We landed in Delhi in the middle of July. One can only imagine how hot it was. I took Gesa for a haircut because it was so hot and I feared the possibility of lice.
Here's Agu, Tawang's uncle. He's a man of few words with a big heart. Gesa liked him right away and would sit with him during the day on his bed and watch TV together. The entire village brought us eggs, and Ichi would make us these huge omelets every morning. Gesa became addicted to eggs. Life in Shimla is lived mostly outdoors. The bathroom is outside, the dishes are washed outside. Everyone comes out to sit in the sun during the day. Gesa was always outside. Meet Auntie Ichi. She is the mother of 3 sons, Karma, Kuncha, and Ritu. The Shimla Tibetan settlement is like a bunch of chalets in a jungle. There are no streets and no street lights, and when it's dark, it's pitch black. There are winding paths all over. There's a monastery and a school and a carpet factory. Momula. There was this old lady in Shimla always praying and sitting outside. She and Gesa had many conversations. He was spoiled by everyone.
The whole family took a day trip to Tatapani, the hot sulfur springs near Shimla. It was warm there due to the lower altitude compared to Shimla. We had a great time. The springs are supposed to be therapeutic as well as spiritually cleansing. My husband spent half of his life in this town. This is Dharamsala, a town in northern India where the Dalai Lama lives and where Tibetan culture and exile thrives. My husband attended TCV boarding school from the age of 10. He went on to Delhi for university, but ultimately came back to Dharamsala to work for the Tibetan government in exile. We met here in 1995. Since his arrival in Canada, he has been back twice, but this was my first time back after 13 years. We really wanted to expose our son to Tibetan culture, and Dharamsala is the perfect place for that. Everything is Tibetan. The people, the language, the shops, the food, the signs, and there are Tibetan schools. We decided to send Gesar to Yongling for 2 months. He did really well. His Tibetan really improved and he fit in well. Even though the other kids knew he was from the West, they accepted him. The Tibetan market area of Dharamsala is called McLeodganj. This is where east meets west. This is where all the action is, where the hotels and the restaurants and the shops are, and of course the famous bus stop. This is the portal through which tourists from all over the world arrive, as well as Tibetans that have just escaped from Tibet. This is also the place where many people sadly say goodbye to this wonderful place. To get an Indian taste of Dharamsala, we went to Buksu, which is known for the famous ice-cold spring water pool that the Indian people consider holy. It is a nice walk and a great place for Indian food or pizza. We were in Dharamsala during Mela, which is the Indian word for fair. This Indian event lasts for about a week and usually marks the end of monsoon. There's all kinds of Indian food and sweets. There's a market that sells underwear, Tupperware, toys, plastic flowers, Hindi CDs, cosmetics, and a lot of made in China stuff. When you want to get away from all the noise and distractions, you go for a Gora, which is the path of circumambulation around the residence of the Dalai Lama. It's a place to center yourself, to get some exercise, to pray, to think, to be by yourself, or to be with someone. Our trip was a growing experience for the three of us. It gave us the opportunity to get in touch with the Tibetan side of our identities, which lays dormant sometimes as we get caught up with life in Canada. Gesa speaks Tibetan really well now. I think he not only got the chance to practice Tibetan, but realized that this is a language that is widely spoken by many people. We may have to return to India from time to time, especially since we have another baby on the way, but that's just fine with us.